Well, there he is. Paul Ryan sets the stage for his running mate, Mitt Romney. Republican attorney Chris Gober here tonight to talk about it. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so what does Paul Ryan need to do? What does he need to say to the country to rally everybody tonight?
Well, I think he really needs to pick up exactly where Ann Romney left off last night.
And people are saying she did an amazing job.
Right, and really, you know, his job is to sell Mitt Romney to the American people, and particularly middle-class voters, suburban women, who at this point in the campaign may not feel like they can relate with Mitt Romney.
So that's really, though, selling himself, though, because that's kind of who he seems to be, Wisconsin, and getting folksy with a lot of people.
Well, I think that Paul Ryan can sell Mitt Romney by being quintessential Paul Ryan.
Okay.
I mean, he is a small-town Wisconsin guy. He's somebody that you and I grew up with, we all know, and that's what's great about him, because he also happens to be a very intelligent human being with great ideas for the party, and great at communicating them in a way that I think a lot of people can relate to, and I think that helps sell Mitt Romney in itself.
Well, you are right about that, because a lot of people know somebody. He's like a brother or a neighbor. He's got, you know, these young children. He's a young dad. He's out there working hard. So we do know people like him.
Right, and I think the challenge is going to be doing it in a way where you're able to tell the story of Paul Ryan, but also do so in a way that doesn't overshadow Mitt Romney, and be able to work that into a way that you're able to kind of counter that into talking about the ideas of the Romney-Ryan ticket, about what they have in store for America, and not only just talking about, you know, why not Obama, but also really why Romney.
Well, Paul Ryan just started talking, so we wanted to play a quick soundbite. Let's hear what he had to say. Well, we don't have that, but we hopefully will get one to you during this interview. So let's pick up then where you left off. One of the things that people have been saying about the convention, especially Chris Christie talking, is that he didn't, for lack of, I guess a better way to say it, didn't really bash President Obama enough that he needed, or at all really. He was just kind of going and being Chris Christie. But then if you listen to Tim Pawlenty tonight, boy, he really did that. Are they doing the right thing by Tim Pawlenty tonight saying, boo Obama?
Well, I think that you're never going to get everybody to agree on the approach of, you know, how much Obama bashing versus, you know, how much talking a more uplifting language. Exactly. And, you know, if you look at Christie's speech last night, I know a lot of people had problems with it, but you know, I thought it was a good speech. I thought it was what it needed to be, because ultimately what we need to do, you know, Republicans coming out of this convention, is really begin selling the message to the American people and convincing them that we are not only the party of no, but we're really the party of ideas. We will recognize the problems, we will take on the problems, and we have solutions for the problems. And so it's just not enough to stand up there and bash Obama and his policies.
Well, because that is what Tim Pawlenty did tonight. But you're right, you can't just say, well, this person's not going to do the job. You've got to have your plan and your action and things in place to move forward to show what the Republican Party can do. Right,
and you've got to throw enough red meat out into the crowd to keep them energized too.
Sure, that is true. But don't you think Chris Christie last night, he was very much who he is. I don't think he really surprised anybody, and of course his speech was cleared by somebody before he got up and
absolutely. And I saw some articles about that today, and you know, I think Christie's speech was cleared by the Romney campaign 2 weeks ago. It didn't really have many changes, and you know, it's easier to kind of Monday morning quarterback. You know, ultimately I thought it was a good speech. And I know a lot of consultants and analysts who saw it really felt the same way.
Well, okay, now we do have that soundbite now from Paul Ryan. So now let's listen to what he had to say.
Our nominee is sure ready. His whole life prepared him for this moment, to meet serious challenges in a serious way, without excuses and idle words. After 4 years of getting the runaround, America needs a turnaround, and the man for the job is Governor Mitt Romney.
Well, he is doing what you said. He is raising the flag for Mitt Romney. He looks very comfortable. This is the largest stage that this man has ever been on, the largest audience. Do you think he's doing okay?
I expect him to do great. You know, obviously this, for a large you know, the majority of the American people, this is really their introduction to Congressman Ryan. And I think they're going to get the opportunity to see what is so great about him that so many others recognize that have known him for many years.
So, you know, the White House says President Obama is not watching. Do you believe it? Or you think he is?
Well, regardless of what President Obama's doing, I can assure you that his campaign's rapid response team is probably setting a record for tweets right now.
Probably. Chris, thank you so much.
You.
We appreciate you coming in. Of course, we want to let everybody know that we've got continuing coverage on our website on the Republican National Convention. Just head to myfoxdfw.com.